Welcome back, guys, to another episode here on another beautiful Thursday. Back here for another episode. I definitely want to say thank you to the people who've been supporting and people who have been constantly writing back and telling us what's going on and what's going on with their lives and improving themselves. We love hearing that information, and we love knowing that people are taking what we teach them and implementing it and using it to improve themselves. That's one of the biggest compliments that you can get as an educator myself, or as a person that wants to give out information. It's always nice to know what people like to hear, and then have them implement it in their lives. It's one of the greatest things possible. And for me, I always feel like I always want to give back. So I hope you give back to whatever community you can give back to, whatever you're good at. Give back also. It's one of the greatest things also, just teaching. Um, you know, I teach some basketball, some kids, and also could do some coaching for some local high school. But then it's nice to also give back and give back the knowledge you have in whatever skill you have. So that's one tip for today. But let me get the podcast started here. There we go. Welcome back to another episode of Invest in Your Future. I'm your host, Kenny, CEO of Kirunda Group Corporation. You can also call me Coach Kenny. I'm here to help you guys improve your lives in terms of whatever you're trying to go after. And we want to make the announcement that obviously we're having the seminar June 30th. June 30th in Burlington, Mass, 5 Wheeler Road. Invest in Your Future, 0 to Million seminar. It is going to be crazy. We had to move to that hotel because of so many signups. So please get your tickets. If you need to get tickets, contact us either through email info@kirundagroup.com. That's info@kirundagroup.com. Or you can reach out to us on Eventbrite, or search us on Eventbrite, Invest in Your Future. It's going to be in Burlington, 5 Wheeler Road. Make sure you show up. Make sure you bring friends, family, bring everyone that's struggling. They're going to learn. It's going to be life-changing. It's going to be life-changing. I mean, we've had so many people sign up, and I'm actually really impressed with the numbers already. And make sure one of the greatest things you could do is tell somebody else about it. Tell somebody else about the event so they can come and improve themselves, and hopefully you improve them by just giving them that little information right there. So, and again, if you want to reach out to us, info@Kirunda Group. That's KIRUNDA group.com or kirundagroup.com. Just find us. We're always here for you to help you. So reach out to us, comment, subscribe, like if you're listening to the podcast on iTunes. Thank you. If you will listen to it on, Stitcher, wherever you're listening to it, send us a like, send us a compliment, send us a comment. If you don't like, tell us you don't like, tell us what we're doing well, tell us what we're doing wrong. We appreciate all the comments, so let us know. So today we're going to be discussing the episode is the greatest unused resource. The greatest unused resource. So this comes down to each individual person listen to this, each individual, group that you work with, whatever company you're working for. Everywhere there's an greatest unused resource. That means something that's not being utilized to its fullest potential. Now, to believe this, you have to understand the greatest unused resource is human potential. And I'm going to explain to you. The greatest unused resource is human potential. So if you think you've created something or you've done something, you need to understand that we are barely using 5% of our potential on whatever you've accomplished, whatever you've done already. You're using less than 5% of potential. It's proven. And your greatest unused resource of potential, you're using less than 5%. It's driving a car at, it can go 100 miles per hour, and you're driving at 5 miles per hour with the handbrake on. That is the kind of resource that is not being utilized. People don't understand that they are greater than they could be. They can do so much more. People take this for granted. People take their potential for granted. They always limit themselves. So if you need to understand that one of your greatest life goals is to reach your largest potential, your greatest potential. Should be one of your life goals, period. Should be up there number 1 or 2, is to reach your potential. Yet people are using less than 5% of their fullest potential, their human capital. Less than 5%. Meaning physically, they're using less than 5%. Mentally, using less than 5%. Let me give you an example. You could always be in better shape. You could always have, a better body. You could always eat better. You can always sleep better. Mentally, you could always read more. You can control your emotions. You can get smarter. You can go to seminars like the one we're hosting. You can improve yourself. But the fact that you're not doing these things is limiting all your potential. Your greatest resource is being limited because of the fact of the actions you're not taking. Simple as that. So if you're using less than 5%, and same here, myself, I'm using less than 5% myself. I'm not just, just preaching. We all are using less than 5% of our potential. That's why I'm trying to do so much for myself. I try to put out so much content. I try to, do my business. I try to, take notes and learn from other people. I'm trying to, bring on guests on this podcast so I can increase my potential. Because the fact is, if your greatest unused resource is your potential, that means you're leaving stuff on the table. You're leaving so much potential on the table for yourself to grow, to get better, mentally, physically, emotionally. If you're using less than 5% of your potential, imagine all the accomplishments you're leaving on the table also. All the good you could do, all the money you can make, all the impact you can make, leaving all that on the table also. If you understand that your greatest unused potential is your human potential, your greatest unused resource is your human potential, your human capital, you're going to start learning how to improve. And the only way you can improve is learning that you are, the way you came in this world, you came in raw. You came in as a raw material. Depending on the environment you grew up in, obviously with parents and family, friends, whatever, you became the person you are. But the limit is set on the people also that you were hanging out with. So you were only limited by the people around you. So if you think of yourself as you came into this world, let's take a piece of wood, a tree. Let's take a tree for an example. A tree has so much potential. You can cut it and turn it into firewood. You can turn it into make it into a house. You can make it into a boat. You can turn it into a chair. You can turn it into a table. The wood, the potential is so raw. That's how you came in. You came in raw. You don't know the limit to yourself because you have not thought about how much potential you have. I'm trying to open up your mind to let you know that you're only using less than 5% of your potential. So in order to improve that, is you're going to have to get really uncomfortable. To improve your human potential, you need to get uncomfortable. Any situation that's comfortable for you, get out of it. If a relationship's too comfortable, get out of it. If a job's too comfortable, get out of it. Get out of the comfort zone that you're in. That's one of the greatest things that's holding you back in terms of your potential, your comfort zone. You work 8 hours, you go home and watch TV, that's comfortable. Get off, work 8 hours, and go home and work on a side business. Increase your potential. You want to open that website? Go open that website. Go do it today. Get out of your comfort zone. Increase your potential. Because the fact that you're using less than 5% of your potential, meaning you're leaving money on the table. You're leaving so much on the table that you're capable of. You are capable of it. Say myself, I didn't know I was capable of doing a podcast, a live stream on Instagram. But then I put it up there and listen, hey, now I know I have the potential to do that myself. And then guess what? That's getting me out of my comfort zone. So putting on a seminar, I have never put on a major seminar. I was doing small seminars at churches and helping one-on-one people in terms of their finances. And then you know what? I said, I need to get out of this comfort zone and put on a massive seminar for people to come out from everywhere. People I've worked with, coworkers, friends, family, everyone. I want them to invite them into an area, teach them the stuff I've learned, the potential that I've grown myself into, and hopefully they get better themselves. Understand, you are raw right now. If you're a piece of iron, same thing, just any piece of resource. It comes in, it's raw. It's just a piece of metal, but they could turn it into a commercial building. You could turn it into a computer. You could turn it into a cell phone. You could turn it into, a watch, a piece of machinery. You could turn it into a tool. You could turn the metal into a car. It has so much potential, but you only limit on the amount that you think, okay, you know what? This thing can only become this. That limits everything in terms of your accomplishments, in terms of what you can do. So understand that you have so much more potential that you need to tap into. Now, how do you improve this? How do you improve the greatest resource that you're not using? Yourself, pretty much. Your human capital, yourself, your potential. How can you increase this? I'm going to give you 5 ways to do this. You should be taking notes of this also. The number one thing is your potential is limited by 2 things: your creativity and your work ethic. Those 2 things. To increase your human potential, work on these 2 things: being more creative and willing to work. If you're willing to be more creative and you're willing to be a hard worker, I guarantee you'll have a greater chance of increasing that 5% to 5.5%, 6%, 7%. Because right now, every single person has a resource that they're not using. That's their brain. You're limiting the potential on your brain. You're limiting the potential on the amount of work it can do. You're getting comfortable. The cell phone's making you comfortable. You don't want to do quick math. You don't want to spell right. So you have the automatic spell thing spell for you. You want to be lazy. That's what your brain wants to do. But you need to get away from that laziness and increase your human potential. And it's limitless. It's limitless in terms of your potential. So you need to understand that your creativity and your hard work is going to increase your potential. If you're not creative, you just work hard, you just work and you'll never receive anything, because hard work is not the only issue. It's not that. It's also your creativity. If you're creative but don't have the work, then you're going to be a dreamer. You need to have the combination of being creative and also being able to work. I became creative by putting on the seminar and putting on this invest in your future. I put brain power into it. I put, man hours into it. I put money into it. I started investing a little bit more in terms of business to start growing that education company. Same with Kirunda Group, my company. It came from my brain, it came to paper, and then it came to me going signing up for a business license, and then went to me getting a loan, getting that first property. It all became from the potential that I have, but I was limiting it by not tapping into it. So right now, for yourself, you need to learn how to be more creative and also put in the work. I was creative, but if I didn't put the steps forward for all this would not be happening. You would not be watching me. You would not be listening to me. That potential I would be leaving on the table. Number 2, you have to think of yourself as a raw material. You are not done yet. No matter how old you are not done. You have so much more potential to go. Don't limit yourself. I don't care if you're 18. I don't care if you're 80. You still have so much potential in yourself. So understand that you're a raw material. You're that piece of wood that could turn into a house, a boat, a chair, a table, and whatever else you want to turn yourself into. It's possible. It's possible. Now, the third thing is you need to seek people that are higher self in terms of where you're trying to get to. So if someone who's trying to get more money, you need to be around people that get more money. Simple as that. Simple as that. Do not force yourself to be around people that are poor if you're trying to be rich. If you're trying to be a real estate investor, you need to be around real estate investors. If you want to be an author, you need to be around authors. If you want to be a business owner, you need to be around business owners. This will increase your human potential. because the people around you will force you to live at the same level. So if you're a rich person, how is a rich person hanging out with a homeless person? Does not make sense. Homeless people hang out with homeless people. Rich people hang out with rich people. Keep it that simple. The fourth thing is you have to work on your creativity. This is a daily skill that you need to improve. Working on your creativity. Everything around you, someone created. That stapler, someone created. That cell phone, that laptop, someone created. So you need to work on your personal creativity and work on stuff that you feel that's fun for you, that's exciting for you. It should not be a chore. It should not be a chore for you to be creative. Draw, pick out something that you like and just be more creative. Get your mind to work a little bit harder than it was before. Get out of that comfort zone. And the fifth thing is you have to be willing to work hard to improve the greatest resource that you have, which is yourself, your potential. Those are the top things you need to work on. You need to understand that you're leaving potential on the table. You need to think of yourself as a raw material and fix yourself, work yourself, get yourself better, smarter, faster, sleep more, eat better, improve yourself, improve that greatest resource that you have, improve your body, improve your mind, improve your awareness, improve your creativity, and your potential automatically start increasing. Automatically start increasing. Now, if you having issues not understanding this, come to my seminar, June 30th in Burlington, 5 Wheeler Road. It's 4 to 7. It's a Sunday. It's a perfect time for everyone to come out and understand how to improve themselves. Yes, we're going to be talking about money, credit, investments, how to handle your finances, but I'm also going to give you some life skills that can help you, that can improve you. What's the point of having all the money, but you don't have, you're leaving potential on the table? What's the point of, not improving your creativity? What are you leaving on the table? How much potential are you leaving on the table? That's what you need to understand. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Leave comments, subscribe, like on wherever you're listening to. You're going to see a link that will lead you to the Eventbrite, and that will get you able to buy the tickets. Tickets are running low, so be ready to buy as quickly as you can, because obviously we only have so many limited seats. So I want to see every single one of you guys there. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the comments, likes, and subscribes. And until next time, guys, and make sure you bring a friend to that seminar. It's going to be life-changing. All right? Until next time.